Hi and welcome to the Worship Café. This week I'm speaking about dealing with distractions. Everyone gets distracted. One way or another, every one of us gets distracted. Now, those who've heard me say this on the audio podcast will be familiar with this scenario where a sweet maker by name Haribo put a test together for young children 5 years and younger. And it was just a simple test that if this child can pass this test, they can get access to as much Haribo as they could eat. Now the simple test was just take one sweet, one candy, and just put it on the table in an empty room in front of this child. And the adult tells the child, you can have as much candy as you want if only you can resist the temptation to not take this one. And then the adult gets up and walks out of the room and leaves that child in that room by themselves. Unknown to the child's being watched. There's a camera in the room watching this child. At first the child goes, I'm not touching that. And then as time passes, slowly but surely they begin to get restless. And 10 out of 10 times that child picks that one sweet and eats it and says, well, here goes the chance of having as much as I could. I just cannot resist taking this one. Now what's happened is because that child has no concept of how long he's going to have to wait. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 years. It's just, if I, overcome this distraction, I can get more. But because we have no concept of time, we like these children have no concept of how long we have to focus for, we allow other things take our attention. So I'm just ranting, but I find that the more distracted we are, like I'm looking away from the camera right now, the less attentive we can be to chasing our goals. Legitimate things can get in the way. Legitimate things can become a distraction. Your daytime job can become a distraction if you let it. Other matters that come up in your feed can become a distraction. And I'm not saying don't focus on these things. Please, by all means do. But then always remember that at the end of the day, you've still got 24 hours. My mom will always say something and it sounds really harsh, but when you think about it, it's a clear truth. She says, well, so those who are succeeding, they've got 24 hours. And to those of us who are not succeeding, we've got the same 24 hours, So what is it that they're doing differently than we who are not succeeding? So that's the thing. No matter how, challenging our lives are, we can all do with a bit more refocusing. We can look away from the noise, and life throws a lot of noisy things at us. Even social media can be a distraction if you don't learn to limit it. So what are the things that are actually distractions? How can you rein them in? What can you do better with your time? How much of your time is spent on noisy things and separate and taking you away from the things that are actually the things you're called to do. It's a thought and something that I am working on as well, and I hope that you can just take a minute and just reflect and see how we can do things better. So it's all about focus. It's all about dealing with distractions. It's about making a list and making sure that you're on it 24 hours, 7 days a week. We all have legitimate reasons why we can't pursue our dreams, but we have to find reasons why we should. God bless you. This has been Olan. This has been the Worship Cafe. Let me know how this has helped you, if it has, and I'll speak to you again.